Kay, do you think it's different now dating, like how Tina's dating in her 20s than when we used to date in our 20s?
Yeah. I was never on the dating app. Never. I think I joined the dating app in mid-30s.
Girl, it was a little bit earlier than that.
No.
You mean the second time?
No, it wasn't even the guys I dated in my 20s, either we met at school, at work, at a party, at a club.
Tina's looking like you got real old. She was
No.
None of them.
You had me. You had me till you said out of.
I would like to get to know if you could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to our show, Dating and Marriage Perspectives. Dating. Damn good to the last word. These are your hosts. We are your hosts, Karina.
Oh no, we're not doing that again.
We're not doing that again?
Doing that
well, I already said it. Okay. So I just got the flag. We ain't doing it again. Your hosts, Karina and Amber, are here to welcome you to our show. Our listeners and our viewers, we're so excited to be here. We have a guest today. Tinah is joining us. We're talking about dating in your 20s then and now. So if you haven't noticed, Amber and I used to be in our 20s.
We still look like we are ish.
It's not Maybelline.
It's just not crack.
It's not crack either. Dating in your 20s then and now. And before we get into it, just make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to our show. I promise we have some good stuff to share with you. So Tinah, yes, you are here. We're so happy to have you here. You can find her on Instagram at In Your 20s Podcast. Did I get that right?
At In Your 20s with a YS, not an IES, because just like my name is not spelled correctly, 20s does not need to be spelled correctly either.
There you go.
There you go.
Where else can they find you? Also, just as a quick.
You can find me on my personal, which is at Tinah. I'm Tinah with an H, so that's TINA space W. I don't know what kind of slash, but a slash H. Just look that up, or just look up my first name. My last name starts with an O, and you will find me literally everywhere. There is only one Tinah Ogalo on this planet as of now.
Hello.
One of one, baby.
There you go.
All we need. All we need.
All right. Well, yeah, can we jump into it? Is that okay?
Please, Lex. I can't wait to talk about dating in my 20s.
Well, for you, Tinah, let's say like in 3 words, can you just describe dating in your, well, you're dating right now, right?
Yeah, okay. I am so single. Don't you worry.
Okay. All right. I mean, so tell us, describe in 3 words what you would say about dating in your 20s.
Shit show.
Okay.
Is that 3? I'm pretty sure shit show.
Need one more.
Okay.
I'll say a wild shit show. That's how I'll phrase it. It's like a roller coaster, up and down, all the turns, everything.
Mm-hmm. Do you only date, because I know where you are, you're on the East Coast. Do you only date people from the East Coast, or do you ever come out date to the West Coast?
Oh, well, I do love whenever I'm on a trip, you always have to swipe on the apps. That's just my vibe, especially because maybe it's your first time there, you don't know where to go. So it's nice to get, recommendations from the locals pretty much. I would like to say that I have have a quote unquote Nashville boyfriend. He's actually not my boyfriend in the slightest, but I found love in Nashville. And by I found love, this man found me and like is obsessed with me in the best way.
Okay.
There was a Miami boyfriend a couple
Yes.
breaks ago. Like you always gotta, it's okay to figure out like what town or city you might thrive in best. For me, it's Nashville and probably Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, even in Ireland.
Oh,
Let me tell you something.
international.
The men in
Okay.
Ireland, it's like they are down for the brown and loco for the cocoa. Let me tell you.
Really? It goes good with the Guinness, I guess. I mean, come on now.
Hello.
It goes good with the Guinness. I love that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So wait a second. What are the men like in Ireland? Just
I was telling my friend this the other day. I was like, I have never met an Irishman who, if I tried to flirt with, and I don't mean to sound cocky in any way when I say this, but I have never met an Irishman, like straight from Ireland, that has not like flirted back, shown interest, shown more than interest, has asked me out. This is in Ireland because I, a couple years ago, did an internship abroad in London. So I spent a weekend in Dublin. I love to go to a nice Irish bar or an Irish pub to watch a sporting event here and there. So, and wherever there's an Irish pub, there's at least 4 Irishmen who are trying to drink a Guinness. There are 4. It's proven. You try it out. Who knows?
I will.
yeah.
My next trip. I mean,
Yes. Kay, do you
wanna
remember?
go?
Yeah, I do. Oh, are you talking to me or are you talking to Tina?
I'm talking to
Let's all
Tina,
go.
but you know,
right? Shoot.
Amber, you're welcome.
I'll just be your wing woman. It's fine.
You've always been my wing lady.
I got you.
A long time.
That might be a little tempting though, because I think you are spot on. If you're going to another space, country, state, have a plan. Have a plan, look it up, because you just do it on the dating apps, right? That's what I remember I used to do back 100 years ago.
Yeah, no, the dating apps like super easy. So for example, I'm very much a planner. So when I am going out to a new city or whatnot, I will have like a good structure of what I want my days to look like. But sometimes you get really tired of planning. So that's when the dating apps happen. I remember I was on a trip a couple weeks back and my friends and we had no idea of like where to go to dinner. And it was our last night there because we had, used all of our resources and all the things we wanted to do, but we still wanted to try somewhere new. So we were like, okay, guys, let's all like go back to our hotel rooms for an hour and a half, and then come back together and figure out where we're going to go. That hour, I was swiping. And once there was a match, I was like, hi, it's my last night. What do you recommend I should do? And that's the perfect segue because also like they want to seem cool as if they know their like town or where they live. And then they also might try to invite you like to go out with their friends as well. This definitely works a little better on the weekends, but it works, especially if you've got a group and you're like, oh, their friends, my friends, perfect.
Karina, you just had a good opportunity because she was just in Lugano, Switzerland. And you could have been.
Oh my gosh.
I'm off the apps. Like I've been off the app for a few months.
Like app as in singular or like multiple
know, right?
I should go back to apps. I was on 2 online dating apps.
Which ones, if you don't mind me asking?
Hinge and what's the other one? Bagel. Bagel.
I think I've heard of
coffee.
Yes.
Coffee meets bagel. Coffee meets bagel.
I've heard of that one. I haven't been on. Did you like it?
It was all right. It was. I mean, it was all right. The matching was all right. Met a couple.
I wasn't confident enough. I'm not doguiding it.
No, right?
Yeah.
No.
The matching was okay. I met a couple guys, but it wasn't as. I guess I got more matching with Hinge than Coffee Meets Bagel.
I have a bone to pick with Hinge. That's just my tea.
Put it out there. Let's hear it just to make sure.
This app, and I say, every time a TikTok comes up on my For You page about this app, and I say this, I love the app. I think it is fantastic. But for an app that says that it wants to be deleted, all of the guys that are my type are in the standouts where I got to be buying a rose to like I'm on The Bachelor or some shit.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, I've never signed up for that show. I'm never gonna sign up for that show. So why are y'all still making me try to like finesse a rose? I don't like it. And they know my type. It's the app that's meant to be deleted. And yet they are gatekeeping my type from me. Okay.
Do you have a favorite app that you use?
Oh, I don't think there's any in particular that is my favorite. I recently just got off Tinder because I was like, I need a break from it.
Sure.
Bumble I got off of recently. I have Hinge, Raya, and Locks Club.
Oh, there you go, Karina. There's 2 other new ones.
Yes.
I've never heard of those last 2. Raya and this one?
Locks Club. So Raya is known as the quote unquote celebrity dating app where you have to like there's a whole application process and you can be on the wait list for a very long time. I was on the wait list for I think a year and a half, had someone refer me like somewhere in between that, and then I got on. But I think that might be my favorite one because you never know who you're gonna see on the app. Like I saw Diplo the other day and I was like, ooh, I literally said a prayer to the Lord himself. It's like, please let Diplo see my photo and think I'm attractive.
Right.
We didn't match, but I'm still hoping there's a chance that my profile just didn't show up on his media.
Karina, that's the app you need to be on.
No, it's not. I'm good.
Oh my God.
She said no.
I got my wing lady.
I'm trying to, do you need me to set up the account for you?
No.
I'll give you the referral too.
I need you to move back to San Diego is what I need you to do.
We got the in right there. Come on. I don't know where to get you to celebrities. I can't take you to Lahaina's and get you celebrities.
I need you to come back to San Diego. That's what I need you to do. I need you know, I never thought I would say this, but I'm gonna say it. I never thought I would miss
What?
You
What?
knocking on my door on a Thursday, calling me on a Friday, scooping me up on a Saturday, and then we might have not a sleepover, but we might just like relax. I don't know why I thought about sleepover. All this dating talk. My bed is cold.
Well, it doesn't have to be. That's why we're all here.
Anyway, yeah. So please just make your way to San Diego. We'll work it out.
Okay. Okay. Do you think it's different now dating, like how Tina's dating in her 20s than when we used to date in her 20s?
Yeah. I was never on the dating app. Never. I think I joined the dating app in mid-30s.
Girl, it was a little bit earlier than that.
No.
You mean the second time?
No, it wasn't even the guys I dated in my 20s, either we met at school, at work, at a party, at a club.
Tina's looking like you got real old. She was
no.
None of them.
You had me till you said at a club. People don't speak at clubs.
They used to.
Wow.
We used to drink a lot and go outside and talk
and chat. Okay.
Yes.
Because I was like, every time I go to a club, I know it's a girls' night. I don't expect to talk to no one. Someone will try to dance on me. I'll be like, I can't deal with this. I can't hear you.
I was on the dance floor all the time. It was
back then it was like the body language too, right? How they're dancing on you. That you were speaking through the body language.
Right now, the men at the clubs now can't dance. I'll tell you that.
No, because they're on their dating app trying to find somebody to meet outside.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Some taco shop. Just
for the post game that will last until 6
Terrible.
a.m.
They're there, but they're not there. Like, yeah, no, my 20s, I was out all the time.
Mhm.
I was in school Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, out and about downtown San Diego.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh.
I need to check out San Diego.
Come on now. Well, she'll
Me
tell you the
too.
men are sorry though, but I think you need to look all
Well,
over.
her age, I have no idea. In their 40s, yes, they are.
That's okay. My dating app age is up to like 33, 34.
She made it seem like that sounded old or something. She was like,
I was like, that's 10 years older.
oh, that's true. That's good. That's good.
I need 30 something guys.
And you know, Chris Evans is like 41, 42 right now. So on Raya, especially, I know for a fact that man is not on that app.
Oh, he's
but I'm
not
manifesting the day that he is. So that
Mhm.
way he logs on, sees me, and the rest is history.
Yes. Yes, we're gonna have to keep that app a secret. So-
Gatekeep.
that's right. That's right.
Great.
I'm just curious, like, so it's in your 20s, because I remember being in my 20s, and I don't think I was looking for marriage or anything like that at that age, but what do you look for? Like, what does your generation look for that in dating at this age?
I say that I'm probably a little different from my peers because for me, I always joke with my friends. I'm like, I can't wait to not be single anymore. Like, I'm ready for someone to take my hand in marriage. I'm ready for children, like all that stuff. And my friends are like, literally keep that and everything you're saying away from my uterus. Like a direct quote from my friends that say that. And I also understand it because obviously like life expectancy is a lot longer than it was when like dating apps weren't a thing, even though I know dating apps just happened. But I'm saying like overall people are more invested in their careers and just having a good time. A lot of my friends right now are like, oh, we don't plan on getting married until our 30s, like somewhere in that range, but they're not sure. So I think dating, it's gotten to the point, I'll say especially like 2022 TikTok time, that dating is way more casual and people take it way less seriously, where people are juggling and dating like or seeing multiple people at the same time before they have that commitment, you know, to that one person, if that's their prerogative and way of living.
Yeah, that's kind of the hard part with online dating is we say like somebody could be on a date and then still be looking at their online dating.
The dude at the club, he's not dancing with you because
yep.
I do that at the bars and I make sure it's known. I make sure brightness is turned all the way up so people can see I'm single. I'm like, yeah, I'm swiping.
Have you found love on the sites, on the dating apps?
I found situationships on the apps.
Okay, so we've heard the term situationship in some other, podcasts. Tell us what that means. How do you describe situationship for you?
A situationship is a relationship that is without the labels, where there aren't as many responsibilities. But the thing is, you don't really like notice that you're in a situationship until a certain amount of time has passed. But that's also talking to like younger Tinah, whereas now I think I'd be a little, well off knowing when I'm in a situationship, because I've had two that lasted way too long. One was 18 months.
18 months?
Yeah. And then another one was like I think like 14 months. Oh, both were over a year long. Yeah. I could have had a whole ass boyfriend. Actually, one of them.
Two of them.
He was my boyfriend for 12 hours. He asked me to be his, I don't think I've ever said this on a pod. He asked me to be his girlfriend after a concert. We were really drunk and I was like, I'm not going to say yes. And I was like, we're just drunk. And he goes, no, like, I'm ready. Like, let's do this. And I was like, okay. Next morning, I roll over and I'm like, you're going to have to tell my best friend that we're technically dating now, because I'm not going to do it, because she wasn't supportive of the relationship and the
Oh.
situationship. And he goes, yeah, about that. I was like, finish it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Finish it. I was like, I didn't even get a good night's sleep. I got 6 hours and this is already happening. It's like, what the hell?
So what happens? Okay, because so I'm married, and I've been married for 10 years. So I've been out the game for a while, even though I'm still a pimp. Anyways,
As you should.
sorry. But what happens? So you're dating. Would you say you're dating during that time, or you're just friends with benefits? What do you say during that time?
It's like situationships, there can be exclusivity, but in everyone's definition of a situationship might be a little different, but the overarching theme is of like you're together but you're not together is apparent. So I would say it's like,
She's shaking her head. Karina's shaking her head.
I know, it's like you could still be going on dates. So let's say if it's like there's a week where it just doesn't feel like you're seeing someone or dating someone, then it's like, okay, let me pull back. I might be single. Who knows? You're just always in a state of confusion and doubt, but you think it's normal.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
See, that's why I'm shaking my head. I'm like, no, it's too gray. It's
Right.
It's
super
very
gray.
gray.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Wondering, you like me, like spending time. What are we doing?
Anytime someone is out of a situationship, it's like, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah.
I bet.
It's truly like nothing else. You're like,
Ah.
I let how long go by? Whereas now, if a guy like does not treat me the way that I expect to be treated within like 2 months, I'm like, peace out. Honestly, not even 2 months. I give them like 3-4 dates and then I'm like, all right, it's not worth it. Not worth my time.
Yeah. What would you tell ladies, like girls who are in a situationship and may not even know they are? Like, what signs would you tell them to look for, and how would you tell them to get the frick out? If they want to get out, you know what I mean?
If they want,
There you go.
if they want to get out, listen to their friends. Like their friends are the ones who are going to be the ones being like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Listen to podcast episodes like this one
And
because
perspectives.
exactly. If a
Dating
lot
in your 20s.
too many check marks are being checked or boxes are being ticked off, you're in a situationship, my girl.
Yep.
Or guy or whoever. What's another? If they like cannot commit. So my thing was for especially the most recent one, which like was way over like 6-8 months ago. For this one person, we decided that we were going to be exclusive. And then I was like, oh, this is a step forward in the relationship where we agreed that we were just going to be seeing each other, but there weren't labels yet, which I was totally fine with. But when effort is not being shown, or even so, if the effort is decreasing, you're in a situationship. If you're seeing each other maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, you're not being prioritized. Situationship. Like it is so, oh my gosh, I am so happy I'm not in one anymore. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But the only way to get out of it truly is to come to terms with it yourself. Like that's why it took me so long for both of them to get out of them, because I allowed myself to be in this cycle where I'd feel really good when I was with them. The effort would be there for a little bit, then it would decrease, would barely talk for like a week, and then I'd let the cycle start over again. So you really have to just break your own cycle. And even your friends, at some point, they're going to stop giving you advice. They're going to let you go and figure it out on your own. Heartbreak makes it's great.
That sounds like a relationship without check-ins or a relationship without communication.
Yep.
Like if you're gonna have that conversation, we're exclusive. Okay, boyfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, girlfriend is not in the conversation. You taking the words of Marcus from my last show, you've created a context where you're operating within a relationship. You're committed, you're exclusive. So if I'm not hearing from you for a week, we have
oh no.
Uh-oh.
I hate sometimes when I try to come up with something brilliant and I only go back to the person's point.
Oh, that's the
I was
worst.
gonna say, what we have is a situation in a relationship.
That's right, because it's true.
Oh my God.
It's the truth.
That's the truth, and that's why it's called a situationship.
Oh
You're
my
in a
God.
situation.
All right.
At least you agree. We just go the long way about it. That's all.
Yeah, she made it short, sweet, to the point. Y'all can just edit the rest of it.
That's right.
Okay, but it is a situation in a relationship. You got to talk about it. But
Yeah.
it's a relationship.
Check-ins.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a relationship.
Yeah. Do you have check-ins in a situationship? I'm
Like
serious.
check-ins as like how the relationship is going.
Well,
Yeah,
how the
Like where
situation.
you're
I think
at,
at-
what's going
At
on.
first, I think at first you're having those check-ins because you're trying to figure out like, oh, is there going to be like the labels attached?
Yeah.
But then over time, you just end up, you or the other person gets a little too comfortable in the relationship, in the situationship, that the check-ins just start fading and fading away because you're used to the cycle. It's then you start what's the word I'm looking for? You start to compromise your own values and what you expect because you want to stay with this person.
Yeah. You know, it's
Do
so
you
interesting. Oh, go ahead.
Do you sleep at each other's houses? Do you hang out
Yeah.
with each other's
Hell yeah,
friends?
you do. Yeah.
Sometimes you meet friends, sometimes you don't. I was told that I was talked about with friends, but I like for one of them, I never met their roommate. I was like, how convenient is it that I'm like here at your apartment maybe like 3 times a month, 4 times a month, but I never see your roommate? And I was coming on random days. I'd be popping up on a Monday or a Thursday, never a Sunday
Right.
night football. They got, or Sunday football in general. They got
Yeah.
2 TVs.
Mhm.
He ain't watching one of them. No,
Yeah.
he's at his girlfriend's, or girlfriend soon to be fiance. I was like, your roommate is about to be a whole ass fiance, and I can't even get to call you my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
Fair enough.
another episode when a situation becomes a relationship. Or
if you hear a success story, please do let me know.
yeah. You know, that's the beauty of it. I have to tell you, that's the beauty of it, because in your 20s, I mean, really, you should be having fun and maybe not.
Yeah.
Don't let them tie you down, because you were going to learn so much about yourself during this time in your 20s. And when you're 30s, there's going to be shit you look back and you'll be like, oh no, I won't accept that. Or, oh no, you know what I mean? You're just going to learn a lot about yourself, and or you're just going to find the right man that you're going to marry and be happy with ever after, which obviously I hope for you. But
Thank you. I hope for me too.
yeah. But sometimes we got to make those mistakes. You know, we have to go through that, because if we don't, we will never know what we'll accept and won't accept.
And honestly, I'm really happy that both of those happened in my early 20s.
Yes.
Because like now, because I ended that last one like 2 months before my 24th birthday. And I said to him, I was like, at the end of the day, like, I care so much about you, but I love birthdays because I truly believe that they're like a new chapter in your life. And I was like, I'm going to start this new chapter. And if I want to see myself grow in the way that I know that I can, I need to like cut off ties. Mind you, I was emotional as hell during this FaceTime call. I'm crying because I knew that like it was just painful because he ended up being one of my like really good friends.
Oh.
But I was like, we just cannot communicate, because if we communicate, we're going to put ourselves back in the cycle. I said to him, I was like, I've tried blocking you. It doesn't work. I'm deleting your number. I'm deleting everything from you. I mean, there are still pictures of him on my phone somewhere, but like, I'm not the type of photo person to, scroll.
Yeah.
But I was like, delete my number. I don't want to get a drunk text from you. He goes, I'm not going to delete your number. But we went the entire summer where I did not get a drunk text from him. So I think he might have deleted my number, and I'm honestly really happy about it.
Oh, good.
I was like, this is good.
If you were in that relationship and Chris Evans ended up on Raya, you wouldn't be able to meet him. So just think about it like
Exactly.
that. Hello, come on now.
I would have been tied up thinking about this fuckboy.
Seriously.
You're really not tied up because it's a situation shit. You can
Oh,
just
it's
like,
true.
No, I'm
you're not
loosely tied
boyfriend,
up.
girlfriend, so
I'm tied up, but I got the key.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Well, do you have a list? Like, what are you looking for? Do you have a list? Do you have like check boxes that you keep? Because I know you mentioned check boxes earlier.
Yeah, I like someone who is very independent. I'm someone who is always like on speed 100, even though I'm trying to slow down, where it's like I'm working full time. I've got my podcast. I like to try to have a social life. I value my friends and my family so much. Like they are the highest pedestal. So I want someone who isn't just like going to work and that's all they're doing. I need them to have a hobby. If that's watching sports, I probably won't go to a basketball game with you, but I'll watch a football game with you, like depending on whatever. Someone who knows what they want in the relationship as well, because of my past experiences, I now know that I'm not looking for someone who doesn't know what they're looking for. They're trying to just go with the flow. I'm more so leaning towards people who are intentionally dating. I'm dating. Here's where I get a little like in the gray area myself, because like I said earlier, my friends are dating to date. And while I joke around, I'm like, yeah, I'm dating for marriage. I'm kind of not, because I do want to experience my 20s to the fullest. So it's that gray area where I'm not just trying to find a partner just to say, oh, I've got a boyfriend, but I also want someone who I could see myself spending years with. So there's that. Personally, I would look for someone who is a drinker, because I'm in the lifestyle where I like drinking. I have a glass of wine almost every night.
As you
If
should.
my partner was okay with with me having a glass of wine and them not, that's okay. I can work with that.
Drive.
Yeah. As long as DD,
Yeah.
built-in DD, I love.
Hello.
And someone who's social. By all means, I cannot have someone who like just stays to themselves, does not talk to everyone. They need to be on the dance floor, because I am the person, when I get into a party, I'm gone. Like I disappear and then I circle back, check in on like my friends, say, how are we doing, guys? Everyone's good? And I'm gone again. So they got to hold their weight. I will not be with them the entire party.
Yeah,
Right.
they need to be independent.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Have you ever negotiated like any items on your checklist?
All the damn time. How much?
Name a couple.
I always end up swiping right on the guys on apps who say, not sure yet. I think that's my biggest red flag, because I know that I'm looking for a relationship, but then they're so cute.
Oh,
I was gonna say, is it the look?
It's the look. Always the look. What else do I?
Is that because you
told
think you can change them? Like you're hoping to change them? Or is that just because, I mean, heck, everybody wants a nice looking man. on their
It's a little bit
side.
of both, because I'm like, oh, if they're not sure what they're looking for, maybe they could be like interested in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it really depends on the person. Fish pics on dating apps.
Oh.
Like I love a country boy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yes.
Did you call him fish pics?
Yeah, fish pics. You don't know when they like hold up the fish?
The fish.
Oh, I hate those. Oh,
Why?
Man,
They're
I
hunters. They're hunting for you. Are you kidding? You'd scale that thing
they
out.
have fish, pictures of their dog and their parrot, and I'm like, why are there more pictures of your pet than you?
But I almost guarantee that if they're doing a picture with holding their fish up, that's actually what they look like. Right? There's nothing.
No, because they got the sunglasses on and the trucker hat every time.
Oh, well, everybody looks good in a hat, I have to say. So
those are some of the red flags. If all of their pictures on the app is if they're wearing a hat in everyone, or if they're wearing sunglasses in everyone, I'm like, they're too insecure, I can't do it. That's another thing. Confidence. I need a confident man. I ain't got no time. to worry about someone else's insecurities. I got my own.
Yeah.
Everybody's got them.
That's so true. I remember back in the day, like Karina and I would make a list, and it like used to be like pages and pages, so long, you know, and mine was still long until I got married. I mean,
What would you compromise? In the hot seat.
Yeah. You know, there was one small thing I compromised on, and I said I never wanted to be with somebody who had kids. But that was the only thing. But actually, he checked. Luckily, thank God. I mean, he's goofy as fuck, but I love him.
That worked out.
Yeah. But he's, you know, but he checked off everything else, and that was one thing that our friend told us to do. Write down everything that you want. Don't put on things that you don't want on there.
Ooh, I know what I'm writing in my journal tonight.
Write down everything that you want in a man, a husband. Don't put stuff that you don't want on there, because then you don't want that. You don't put that out there.
Yeah.
So, but I know Karina's, she went down, we were talking about it on other podcasts, from like 40 things to like 10, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, like 50, 60. And I didn't hit like the things that really matter in life, like morals and ethics.
Values.
Values.
They're a good person.
That was like number 25, 26, 27 on the list.
Yep.
Now, this was long. Now today it's like one page, eight, 9 stuff.
It's interesting how like your priorities change, you know, the older
Man,
that you get.
You ain't got the patience anymore too.
No, that's true. You won't put it, you won't, you
I'm
won't be going 14 or 18 months, girl. That stuff will last 1 week and you'll know.
What are some of the things I should put on my list?
Well, what's important for you? Well, see, I've had 6 foot and over. Like, see, does height matter? We had an episode, does height matter? So my thing is got to be over 6 feet. Okay. That is a non-negotiable.
See, I'm 5'3", so I feel like I can't do 6 feet. So I go for 5'10", but I'm always wearing heels. Like, I have friends who said that they didn't know what my height was for a year because they only saw me in heels.
Yeah.
So I'm like, my heels are a little too tall to be like saying yes to a 5'7" man. No offense to the short kings.
No,
I love you.
That, but you know what you want, 5'10" is good.
Okay, so 5'10". They need to love what they do. There's nothing worse than a man who is miserable at their job, or like, yeah, with their job, in my opinion, because that's all they talk about. That's all they complain about. And then when you're like, why don't you apply and look? They're like, I'm too busy. I'm like, well, then just get your ass up, as Kim Kardashian has said, get your ass up and work. Get up a little early and look at those job applications.
Yeah. Well, even if they don't love what they do right now, that they have a passion for something that they can pursue. The job as a stepping stone to help them get to where they need to get to.
Exactly. What are some other things? Oh, I'm a sucker for facial hair. I need them to have a beard.
I do, me too.
Oh, gosh, really? I mean, not like a full-on Grizzly Adam beard, right? Like not all.
I don't beard shame. A beard is a beard.
Nothing that they have to press, right? I mean, nothing.
Oh no, never mind. I take it back. I retract.
You'd be up there braiding their hair.
If I could braid it like really long.
During COVID.
Too much, right? Too much. So be specific.
Be specific in the list. All right. I want like someone who's like, it's thick, but I can't, the strands are not long enough that I can do a 3-strand braid.
We'll just say a nice what is it called when you take care of yourself and you like maintenance, something like manicured beard. Okay, yeah, that's good. Like Chris Adams in a movie, and Chris Evans in a movie or something.
Yes. Ooh. Y'all see he was named Sexiest Men Alive?
I did not, but I understand why.
People magazine did it, and he's the sexiest man alive for 2022. And all of the comments were like, they got it right this year. I was like, this man should have been it every damn year.
Yeah. He is nice to look at, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Maybe what else? Oh, they need to have someone kind of like family oriented, and let's say if their relationship with their family isn't good, if they have people in their life that they see as family, that relationship is like strong, because I'm very close to my family and my parents. Like,
Yes.
I go home way too often. My roommates are like, "Do you even live here?" I go, "No."
I think
Well,
that's
somebody
sweet.
who also, you know what, you're also going to want somebody who, you know, if his mom is still around, has a good relationship with his mom, because the way that he treats his mom is the way he's going to treat you.
Yup. Yep.
That's Mama Joe that just spoke here.
That's right.
Shout out to Mama Joe.
That's my mom.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Thank you so much. You know, I think we're going to wrap up, but thank you so much for joining us, Tinah. You've been great, and we've been had a lot of fun.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me. I feel like I haven't talked about dating in a while because I kind of took a backseat, and now I'm like full-fledged back into it. So this was a good reminder of what I need to avoid
Yeah.
and what I need to pursue.
Yes, yes. Well, you're a queen. You know, you make sure a man treats you like a queen.
Thank you. Oh, you ain't gotta tell me twice, girl. I understand.
Wait, tell our listeners one more time where they can find you, and you know, where they can listen to you.
Yes, of course. So guys, I'm Tinah with an H, Tinah Ogalo. You can find my personal accounts. Just type in TINAH OGALO. You will find me everywhere. I've also got a podcast called In Your 20s that I co-host. I recently got a new co-host. Her name's Stevie. And so we discuss everything in your 20s across love, life, career, anything you can imagine. But it's not just a podcast for 20 somethings. We have people of all ages on the show. You just have to have experienced 1 year of your 20s to, you know, take away from the show. But that's me. And I just want to say, for Amber and Karina, thank you so much for having me on. It's been a great time. I loved
It
it.
was so fun.
Yes, man, you just took us back though, you know.
Yeah.
years.
We might have to bring you back so we can reminisce our 20s.
Yes, yes.
I'll come back every time.
Okay, we're gonna hold you to that. Don't swipe left, or whichever right way it is when we call.
I'll swipe right on you guys every time.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you to our viewers and our listeners. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and follow In Your 20s. Miss Tinah, thank you. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.